guys based on
Absolutely, man.
where you trying to go with your life. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
somebody tried to categorize your TV as wasting your time.
Right.
But if something came on that you felt was enriching to you, you'll label it as an enjoyment of your time.
Absolutely.
It,
An enrichment and something very, very beneficial.
yeah, like me, like somebody telling me about what happened on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm a like tune out. I'm a just like I damn near will try to run from them because that's a
Absolutely.
waste of my time. But if somebody start talking business, that's an investment of time, knowledge. You know what I mean? So everything is categorized into a couple of ways that you do things with your time. You either enjoying it for enrichment, you're wasting it, or investing it. That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line.
They all fall into one of them doors.
There's no other way to describe it, title it, label it. You know, folks can attempt to justify other things, but those right there are it.
That's
Those
it.
are it, man. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We are live on Zoom. We are live on YouTube, and we are live on the Sevens with Pi Frisbee Metatron's internet radio station. Y'all got in uh, to a conversation with me and a spiritual business partner of mine, brother Dennis, and you know we were talking about time and how time being our biggest diminishing asset, and that how you manage your time and what you do with your time is a personal and individual thing. And no one can ever tell you that something that you are doing is wasting of your time. Nobody gets to define those things for you. Only you get to do that. Only you get to determine if what you are doing is beneficial to you. There are certainly there are things that you can get caught up with that may or may not be beneficial in somebody else's eyes, but they don't get to determine what is beneficial for you. Nobody gets to determine what's beneficial for me. Nobody gets to determine what is harmful for me. Only I get to do that. That is my job. And that is your job. Stop worrying about what others attempt to label you as. And do not, I repeat, do not allow anyone to give you a label that you haven't given to yourself. Uh, any comments about that, Brother Dennis, Mr. Dennis?
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's perfect case in point. With all of the madness and drama and uh uh blue team lying about the red team lying about the blue team, both teams lying about each other, both teams lying about America, with all of that going on. Uh, uh, it would be hypocritical for me to tell anybody that staying abreast of all of that is a waste of your time. I don't know if it is a waste of your time. I know I stay abreast of it because I'm interested in politics. I've been interested in politics since I was a young lad, growing up in Central California, and I know that what the cosmos is doing during this Pluto and Aquarius transit, um, the way that the change is going to be recognized is going to come through the political system, because I don't care what anybody says, everything on this rock, everything that is ran by any type of government, everything that has a hierarchy, if there's somebody that is on one level, and then you got two people here, and then there's a bunch of people here, and then more down there. Most every institution of higher learning, most every business, most every organization, you name it, all the way across the board, touching all things in this life, are political. There's politics in everything. So I have always encouraged everyone. Yeah, you can pay attention to the national politics, or you want to pay attention to a couple of races in different states. However, before you get all wrapped up in who's going to be the president and foreign policy and all that, you better know who the mayor of your city that you live in is. Find out. You better know who the police chief is. You better know who the sheriff of your county is. And it would be good to find out who the attorney general and the governor of your state is, because the biggest part of politics happens in your local areas. It's in your local areas. And then it feeds back outward to those big machines. The politics and the institutions and the things that we have all, those of us on these calls with me have grown up with, they're changing, man. And some of them will implode, some of them will explode, some of them will be reformed, and some of them need minor adjustments. Some of them need to just be blown the fuck up and start over with the rocks of the rubble. And that's going to happen in this 20-year Pluto in Aquarius transit. I'm grateful to know that what is happening on the rock is actually being orchestrated from the cosmos, as above, so below. And that no matter what rhetoric is being spewed by this group of people or that group of people, or no matter who comes on with the fresh hot take about who's lying or who's a scumbag or who's evil or who's this, and no matter what man attempts to do to resist this radical change because of who the change agent is, ain't shit man can do to stop Pluto in Aquarius doing its business and Uranus in Gemini doing its business. So again, I just tell everybody, stay aware of your surroundings. Again, check out the vibrations in your area, in your neighborhood. Start with your neighborhood first. Go walk through your neighborhood and see if it's still safe. Start there. I don't give a shit about the safety of folks in Chicago as much as I care about the safety of people on the west side of Las Vegas, because that's where I live. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. So yeah, I see and I hear and I read about, crime in LA and crime in all these cities. I don't give a shit. I'd be more concerned with the crime here in Las Vegas, and drill it down even further, the crime in my little area right here.
Can I say something?
Absolutely. Chime on in, brother.
And then with Gemini and Uranus, you got to be quick on your feet no matter what you pick. Whether you want to roll to the beat of your own drum or you decide to adjust to what's going on, a new normal, you got to be quick on your feet regardless.
Regardless, bro. Regardless. And with it being in Gemini, you can't just get locked in to one side of an issue or one side of a story or one side of a thought process. Gemini is two of them. It's two of them. It's and it is important for each of us to remember and realize that your truth is a truth. My truth is a truth. And if your truth matches my truth and matches a bunch of other truths, it might be the truth. However, just because it's my truth and just because it's your truth and just because a few other folks match up with it doesn't make it a truth. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So this time period that we're in, especially this initial 7.5 years with the dual Pluto and Aquarius and Uranus and Gemini, that's all of that is going to get uh, uh, balanced out in the wash, where my truth, your truth, a truth, and the truth are going to all convene, and there's going to be a truth. And then, after this initial part of these transits, if folks continue to hold on to lies and propaganda and emotional rhetoric, it'll be a personal choice. It'll be a personal choice. It won't be anything other than that. I'm thankful and grateful for Victoria showing up. How are you today, Victorious?
I'm well. I'm well. Thank you. I'm glad I was able to make it today.
I'm glad you were too, because today is a powerful, powerful broadcast on Pluto in Aquarius, its direct station event. And I'm gonna tell you why it's powerful in a moment. Any comments, any questions, any concerns about what is currently going on, and if there's anything we really need to be concerned about?
Dexterity is key. If there's a lot of people that have access to the frequencies and vibrations that naturally make them a person that can deal with dexterity and changes in variety, but now it's almost like in my world. In my world, this could be likened to anything that you have to adjust to in life. When it
Mhm.
comes to the investment world, it's not enough to just hold a stock anymore. It's not enough to just buy Coca-Cola and say, well, hey, America's never going to stop drinking Coca-Cola. That's not enough anymore.
It's not enough.
It takes dexterity. We have Bitcoin, we have silver and gold. Silver and gold has been going to record-breaking prices, and you have to adjust. The
Man,
dollar is changing value. You have to adjust.
you
Things are
have to
getting more
adjust.
expensive. You have to adjust. Even with the male-female narrative, um, this isn't to ask for consideration in a negative way. It's to ask for consideration in a logical way. Men
Uh,
don't have an issue. Men don't have an issue with providing, but women, consider the fact that our job gets harder every 2 years. Every time inflation come up, our job get harder.
Harder and
But what a
harder.
man but what a man expects from a woman, it's not getting any harder. You got air fryers, you name it. It's almost deliberate. So that's just an example of one category of life where you have to adjust logically. You have to have some dexterity, and you have to adjust to what's going on in front of you, even if you are, moving to the beat of your own drum, as an example.
Absolutely, absolutely. You have to stay aware, and we can only participate in the game that is currently being played. I mean, if the world is a monopoly game, we can't do Yahtzee because that's not the game that the world is
Right,
playing. So
right.
there are certain things that by default we just have to be dexterous about. We have to be flexible about. My whole life's been flexible, man, and I'm quite sure everybody on this call has had to exhibit dexterity and flexibility in and out and throughout your existence, even during the times of ease, even during the times of no issues, no drama, no trauma. You still got to be flexible. You still got to be dexterous. You still got to have your head on a swivel. You still got to be paying attention, man. Still got to pay attention, man. Don't ever get so comfortable that you stop paying attention. The day that I stop paying attention, I'm just going to walk out in the middle of the forest somewhere, and yeah, that'll be it. Nobody will see me again. because that's not living. That's not living. When you stop paying attention, when you stop, yeah, I know I always say I'm the king if I don't give a fuck, but I mean that in a different way. When you stop giving a fuck about your own life and about the things that happen to you, forget the collective, forget somebody else. I'm talking to you. That's when your life is over. Any other comments, any questions, any concerns? All right.
You cannot care and still be aware.
Absolutely. I don't give a fuck
Yeah,
about a lot of shit, but I'm totally aware of everything.
that's right.
Yeah, I just am. The things that are outside of me, I don't give a fuck. And the things that I cannot control, I don't give a fuck. I don't even waste time even considering, well, if they do this and that, then this and fuck all of that. Fuck that. I'm going to concern myself with everything that's in this box. What y'all see, this box on the sevens with Python B Metatron, Awaken, Ascend, Expand, I'm concerned with everything that's in that box right there. And as long as I take care of everything in that box, according to what my mastered self tells me to do and has me to do, then I'm going to positively affect the collective. And that's how we have to think about the collective, not as this big group that all of us is going to be monolithic and think the same way and move the same way and express the same way. No. How we get the collective on the right path, start with your own ass. And then you tell somebody what you did to get yourself on your right path, and you encourage people to tell 7 people. If everybody tells 7 people about what you're doing to stay on your high flying disc, sooner or later the whole population will have their own unique way of staying on their high flying disc. That's what is being ushered in. There never really was a collective. Collective. There's been groups of people who have aligned for similar causes. However, there's difference and there's segregation in all of that as well. All of that original horseshit is being dissolved. All of it. And what eventually is produced by March 8th, 2043, it will look a whole lot different than what everything looks like right now. A whole lot different. Whole lot. All right. Thank y'all. This is On the Sevens with Pi Frisbee Metatron, where we come to awaken, ascend, and expand. I am Pi Frisbee Metatron, your host with the most, and today is a great day to be me. Every day is a great day to be me. I believe this, I live this, I bees this, and I require this. And I guarantee you this, when you make that mantra part of your daily rituals, and then you go about doing the things that motivates and inspires you to do, your life too will get better exponentially each and every day. I am thankful and grateful for everyone that is here. This is October 2025. Pluto stations direct in Aquarius, soul vibrations. I will get to the particulars about the Pluto movement and all of the things that come into play with planet Pluto, especially when it's in Aquarius and for this length of time. However, first I want to deal with according to the numbers. Pluto retrogrades once a year for about half of the year. So, and Pluto is the slowest moving planet in our solar system. So because of that, when it retrogrades and when it stations direct, that is a major movement. Mercury retrogrades and directs 4 or 5 times a year, or 2 or 3 times a year, and these other planets. But when these slow moving planets, when they actually retrograde and then they actually go back direct, there are major themes that come into our lives that each of us could benefit from. So I've taken the time to synthesize the astrology numbers and the cards, all for this Pluto direct station event. Pluto will be direct until May 9th or May 6th, 2026. So it's a little less than 7 full months of this direct action. Every Pluto direct station event, when it goes direct, is ruled by the universal master number 88, which we all know is a 16-7. Mastery of self, mastery of your reality, mastery of your environment, and mastery of your choices, decisions, and outcomes are always the keys to successfully navigate between a Pluto retrograde and direct station events, regardless of what sign Pluto is occupying at the present time. Now, we all know what mastery of self is. We all, from the time we split our mother's portal, that's the goal for all of us, those of us who are aware of it, those of us who are not. Our whole soul's journey is a journey of self-mastery. Mastery of your reality is something that a lot of folks don't know that they are aware, but I want everybody, wherever you are, however you are watching, however you're listening, wherever you are right now, I want you to look around in the space that you are in. It could be your car, you could be at the office, you could be at the gym, you could be anywhere that you are at right now. I want you to look around. That's your reality. You did that. Wherever you are, you created that. This is what I'm talking about, mastery of your reality. When I was smoking crack and really didn't give a fuck and was sleeping in garages and shit, I did that. That was my reality. And when I got tired of that being my reality, guess what? I changed my reality. Mastery of your environment. Now, it's different than your reality. The environment is the actual comings and goings of the place that you live, the place that you go. So you can master that by being mindful of where you go. Everybody that is listening, you live somewhere. You chose that. And if you didn't willingly choose it, why are you still there? That's mastery of your environment. Now, here comes the part that some folks are gonna attempt to give some backlash. Mastery of your choices, mastery of your decisions. Well, the mastery of choices is not so controversial. Mastery of decisions is not controversial, but this part, the mastery of your outcomes. Folks will say, how can you determine what is going to happen? Well, I determined that this shit was going to happen. I determined that I wanted to do a podcast about all of these things that I do, and that happened. And because I determined, I affirmed that this outcome manifested. When I was a undocumented pharmaceutical, street side pharmaceutical representative. Yeah. The choices that I had when I was living that life limited the decisions I could make, and therefore further limited the outcomes that I could expect. So when I'm talking about mastery of your choices, decisions, and outcomes, we as individuals have to do our level best to put ourselves in position where we're only choosing from our mastered self menu. Because if you're only choosing from your mastered self menu, any decision you make is going to be great. Y'all see what I'm saying? Any decision you make from your highest good choices, I'm telling you, if you're making decisions based on your highest good choices, I mean, any one of those is for your highest good. So when we upgrade our choices, our decisions automatically upgrade and our outcomes automatically upgrade. Any comments, any questions, any concerns?
That's an authentic power, and it by default it alleviates the option to pout. You know, there's a lot of pouting that takes place because of these narratives in the world that spin things, because most human beings, male or female, accountability is like pouring acid on them. But in reality, if you can look at yourself in the eye and say, this was my fault, that was my fault, you can then shift from a more authentic place to get to a more authentic place. But you don't
Absolutely.
get there by pouting and blaming.
No.
Pouting and blaming, that blocks any power you could have got from accountability. So while people try to run from accountability and they try to blame everything outside of themselves, what they're really saying is, I'm giving away my power because I want to be in my emotions. But if you can
Absolutely.
step back and say, I'm wrong, now you can change from a place of power, because you'll say, you know what? I'm going to position myself to where this isn't my fault over here again. I'm going to carry myself over here where this isn't my fault again. And then your circumstances and relationships change. But most of us, we can't wait to be like, oh, it was their fault. It was their fault. And that's really a place of weakness.
It is. It is. Own your shit, man. Own it good, own it bad, own it ugly, own the unexpected, man. Own it. Own it. And there is, I say this all the time. I've never lost anything. Never lost at anything. I either win or I learn and grow. There's no loss. I don't, well, your basketball team got blowed out by 100 points. That's a loss. No, it's a learning and growth opportunity. I need to get some better fucking players on my team. I need better players. Yeah, yeah. I don't lose. I either win or I learn and grow. Thank you for that, Ryan. Thank you for that. All right, we're going to go through the numbers 1 through 9, 11, and 22. So first name, middle name, last name, break it down to a single digit unless it's 11 or a 22. If it's an 11, you'll listen to number 11 and you'll listen to number 2. If it's a 22, you'll listen to number 22 and you'll listen to number 4. So first, middle, last name, whatever those numbers are, you want to listen to those. Your date of birth, the day you were born on. I was born on the 9th, so I will listen to number 9. And then count the letters in your name. Mark Edward Pyle has 14 letters. There's 4 letters in Mark, 6 letters in Edward, 4 letters in Pyle. 4 plus 6 plus 4 is 14. I will also be listening to number 5. Don, you will listen to number 6, 1, and 5. Don is a 15-6. Marie is a 28-10-1. And Lewis is a 23-5. let's see, what's your day? What day were you born on? Oh, and you listen to number 2 since you were born on the 20th, and then Dawn and uh yeah, and then you listen, yeah, you have 15 letters in your name. So that's how you would work that one out. All right. So first name, middle name, last name, the day you're born on, and the total numbers in your name. All right. All right. Number 1, my middle name is a 2810-1. Edward is a 2810-1. So this one is important to me. These next 6+ months will be a period that requires some major transformation, especially concerning your self-determination, your originality, and your innovations, and your personal ambition. This will be a period that requires some major transmutation, especially concerning your anger, your aggression, and your boastfulness, and your impulsiveness. This will be a period that requires some major transcending, especially concerning your self-doubt and self-sabotaging behaviors, your willful procrastination, and your overall outlook of your current reality versus how you desire to live, work, and be. So each one of these is going to have a transformation, a transmutation, and a transcending, transforming my self-determination, transforming my originality and my innovations and my ambition is taking it from the current level, the meh or blah or whatever level it is. It could be woohoo high and all of that, and it still needs to be transformed. So my self-determination needs to go from here to there, or however, wherever the movement is. My originality, I need to get more original, more authentic, less censored, less concerned about fact checkers or platform checkers or crossing the community standards. Hell, this is my community on the 7's. I set the standard here. My innovations, my software projects, my website projects that I'm working on, some other projects that are on the back burners, but they're coming up. And then my personal ambition. How successful do I want to be? How out there do I want to be? So I got some transformative work to do. Now, transmutation means to dissolve, lessen, to change it from to. So I'll be transmuting my anger and my aggression and my boastfulness and my impulsiveness. So I'm going to turn that anger into focused thought, that aggression into prepared marketing, my boastfulness into I'm just going to do the damn thing. It ain't bragging when you do what you say you're going to do. And my impulsiveness, I'm just going to dedicate and regiment and routinize everything. So there will be no more room for impulsivity. And then transcending mean rising above. Transcend my own self-doubt and my own self-sabotaging behaviors. Those will need an explanation. Transcend my willful procrastination. And regardless of how I think about where I am, how I'm living, working, and being right now, I need to transcend my overall outlook. I need to every day push for another level of my reality to improve where I live, how I work, and how I be. Any comments, any number ones? Hey, Miss Williams, glad you can make it. All right, number twos. Here we go. These next 6 months will be a period that requires some major transformation, especially concerning your intimate relationships, your family dynamics, and your sensitivity, and your personal spirituality. This will also be a period that requires some major transmutation, especially concerning your self-consciousness, your timidity and your fears, and your shyness. Number twos. This will be a period that requires some major transcending, especially concerning your self-worth and negative self-talk, your willful acceptance of outside burdens, and your overall outlook of your current reality versus how you desire to live, work, and be. Yeah, number twos, you got some serious work relationship to intimate relationships and family dynamics. And you can see how your own sensitivity and your spirituality will boom, boom, merge. Especially when sensitivity and spirituality is always a hot topic when we're dealing with intimacy, intimate relationships, and family dynamics, man. Your mutation, what you have to alchemize and change is your self-consciousness, your timidity, being timid and allowing your fears to paralyze you, and your general shyness. And then the things that you're going to rise above and pull up to a new level are your self-worth. You're going to rise above that negative self-talk. And then you're going to rise above your willful acceptance of outside burdens. Do all of that. We go through all of this in this next 6 months. Then our current reality will look exactly like we want it to. Any comments, number two?
Well needed.
All right.
I'm not a number two, but I wanted to touch on something that might be helpful for a two that's listening to this.
All right.
With the twos, normally you can't just tell them, "Hey, don't be timid. Hey, don't be shy." They're so gifted at being analytical that it's never that easy. So you have to tell a two before a two is working on its being timid and shyness. Build a bold version of you.
A bold
First,
version.
build out what a bold version of you would look like, or get with people you care about, or do your research. Two's always research, and then live into and just make a version. A two needs it analytically. Two has a gift. That shy, it can turn their compassion to a supervising abilities into a superpower.
Absolutely.
Their minor power, but cultivate what that bold a little more. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Number threes. Got one for you. These next 6 months will be a period that requires some major transformation, especially concerning your creativity and your creative self-expression, your personal optimism. This will be a period that requires some major transmutation, especially concerning your exaggerating tendencies, your selfishness, and your self-centeredness and your moodiness. This will be a period that requires some major transcending, especially concerning your self-deception and self-limiting behaviors, your willful daydreaming, and overall outlook of your current reality versus how you desire to live, work, and be. Threes, yeah, I got a lot of three energy, three soul journey, three soul urge, three soul energy. They're just bam, bam, bam. So this, on a subtler level, this really speaks to me as well. Threes, y'all just gotta, you got so much creativity inside of you and so much creative self-expression. You just gotta get on out there. Three, just whatever you got, three, in whatever condition it is in, trust me, three, it is more than ready. And even if it ain't complete, you can ad lib it through the rest of the part that ain't complete, because whatever's not on paper or not in the product is up in here with you, the three. It's up here. And you just got to believe and be optimistic, man. You just got to just keep on looking at that glass that's half full and never look at it as being half empty. You know, you're going to transmute. Three's got to stop the exaggerating tendency. Stop lying, threes. Stop it. Stop stretching the truth, threes, to make yourself look better or to fit in with the group or whatever it is. Stop it. And your selfishness and your self-centeredness, because threes can get into a place where it's all about you. It's all about me, dog. What? Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. And when shit don't go the way you want it to, three, you'll get moody. You will. And the transcension, the transcending energy is that self-deception. Three is the biggest liar to themselves. And the self-limiting behaviors, because of the lies you tell yourself, the self-deception, then you automatically limit what you can do. Oh, well, no, I can't do that because I don't have this. Well, I'm not ready for that because this is not complete. Threes, yeah, willful daydreaming. As long as you confront that willful daydreaming, that self-deception and the self-limiting behaviors will take care of themselves as long as you confront that willful daydreaming. And then once you do all of that, three, you are one of the most fortunate on the planet, and your outlook of your current reality will automatically upgrade. Yeah, it'll automatically upgrade because actually the particulars of your reality are not important to a three. The actual nuts and bolts and chairs and cars and TVs and all that shit. The three don't really give a shit about all of that. As long as they got one, it doesn't matter to the three. Because the three could be in a bucket, 74 Pinto, and that's got three rims and a hubcap, and you can't tell the three that he or she ain't fly as fuck in that beat up 45-year-old car. The three won't care. Three doesn't care. It's not about that. The three is the free spirit. Any comments, number threes?
Would you adjust that for the? So I got a first name 4, middle name 11, last name 6, so that's 21-3.
Uh-huh.
So what would you? I know it's the same on what you said, but do you have anything
Well,
extra for 21-3?
Well, the 21, you automatically, because that 2 is kicking off and mixing with a 1 for your 3, you're gonna be balanced, man. So there, and you're gonna be sensitive, and you're gonna have all of the characteristics of the 2 is gonna be stronger in your 3 than that 1 is, because the 1 is the second number. So you care about stuff. However, yours is more about being balanced and being integritous and being honest, and you'll compromise. Perfect example about what I'm talking about. Me and Mr. Dennis was talking before the show started, and he was complimenting me on this shirt that I have on, and I was explaining to him that this shirt is probably 25 years old. I probably had this shirt 25 years. And I will tell you how I went and shopped for it. Like I told you guys, I got a lot of 3 energy that's strong, but it's subtle because it's just soul journey, soul urge, soul energy. So what I did was I allowed the 3 in me to pick colors and to pick, different outfit combinations, because the 3 got that gift, the creativity, and can put shit together. However, I allowed the 7 in me to make sure I bought quality shit. So you got a 2 and a 1 going on there. So you're always going to be less careless about system and order as just a regular straight 3. A straight 3 don't give a shit. Will come in the house, will drive in the garage, and forget to put the garage door down. Y'all be in the house all night with the garage door. Look, 3 will leave the car running in the garage and be like, and then you go out to the freezer in 2 hours, be like, oh shit, I left it running. You as a 21 3, and that's your soul journey, correct?
I went off of what you said. You said count the numbers in each name,
Oh,
the
no,
3
no, no, no,
names.
no. The numbers, I mean, like Ryan has 4 numbers, Dennis has 6, Christopher has
And
13, 11.
11.
11.
11. Yep.
So 3. Oh, the number 3. Yeah. That's your point of security. 21 is your point of security. So the optimism and the self-starting and all of that, that's your point of security. The fact that you have a job as security is amazing, because you are the overview security. You don't give a shit about somebody sneaking up under the fence. You don't care. You just want to make sure the whole complex is secured. If somebody is jumping the fence and sneaking water, yeah, whatever. Your overall optimism, your overall ambitions, and you don't worry about details as much as you do about your big picture and then getting to that big picture. You don't give a shit what you have to do. You didn't come to collect memories. You didn't come to collect material things. You came to collect opportunities that get you closer to where your big picture is. Make sense?
Makes sense.
All right. Number 4s. Ryan, your first step is a 22. My last name is a 22. So we will both be listening to this number 4, and we'll also listen to 22 as well. These next 6 months will be a period that requires some major transformation concerning your self-sufficiency, your personal stability, and your security. This will be a period that requires some major transmutation, especially concerning your argumentative tendencies, your extreme seriousness, and your stubbornness, and your lack of imagination. This will be a period that requires some major transcending, especially concerning your self-belief and self-destructive behaviors, your willful closed-mindedness, and your overall outlook of your current reality versus how you desire to live. Now, for the 4s, and I got strong 4 energy in my chart, in my numbers chart, and even every time I write about the lack of an imagination in a 4, I kind of take it personal sometimes, because I'm like, wait, no, I'm creating. Yeah, but those are the other numbers in you, player. The 4 in you ain't no imagination about the 4. Ain't no woohoo and all that. The 4 is just steady. The 4 is solid. The 4 is get up, go to work, get off work, come home, eat my dinner, play with the kids, watch TV, smoke a joint, go to bed, get up, go to work. As steady. So I've been in relationships, and the young lady want me to plan something. Well, shit, what do you want to do? Well, no, I didn't ask you that. I want you to plan something. What do you want to do with me? Oh, fuck. Really? Let's go get something to eat. Okay. And then she'll say, where do you want to go? I don't know. Shit. What do you have a taste for? I'm a 4. And something like that. I'm for as long as I get something to eat, I'm good. I'm good. I can eat the same shit over and over and over and over and over again, and I'll never get tired of it. Why? Because I'm a four. I'm concerned about my self-sufficiency. I got a weird diet. I got a weird digestive tract. I know the foods that I can digest pretty easily and that won't make me sick. So yeah, I eat that shit over and over, over and over, over and over. I'd rather not be sick than try some new food. So yeah, I got to take my self-sufficiency to a new level. I got to take my personal stability and my security to a new level, and I got to transform that. I got to transmute. I got to move my argumentative tendencies into divergent conversations and inviting debates instead of just being, oh, no, you're fucking ignorant. You don't know what you're talking about. No, I don't need to do that because I'm going to push people away with that. If I stay divergent and less argumentative, I'll pull more people in because I want to talk. I want to discuss why not you personally, anybody personally, but why somebody has a different viewpoint about something that I do. Let's talk about it. Let's see if we can come to a middle ground on this. I am extremely serious, and my daughter a long time ago she told me, Dad, lighten up. She said LU, and I got mad at her. I said, what the fuck is LU? She said, lighten up. She said, it's that right there. Just lighten up, chill out, chill out. Not so stubborn anymore like I used to be, however. It's not my way or the highway, but it's pretty damn close. And then what I need to transcend concerning my own belief in myself, contrary to popular belief, there are times when even I question my own abilities and the things that I do and my own self-destructive behaviors. I've really, really cut back on things that I know are self-destructive to me. Am I willful closed-minded? I'm not so closed-minded as much as I know what is real and what ain't. And I don't care if folks want to pretend. I'm just not going to pretend with you. And yeah, slow and steady and staying consistent will always upgrade the number four's reality, no matter what. Any comments, any questions, any concerns? I feel you on that, Miss Williams. I do feel you on that. It is an honor and a privilege to have Jolene with us. Jolene, open up your mic and chime in because it has been a while since you've been here, and I just love, love, love when you come in middle of the show and got something to say. So bust on out.
No, hi, everyone. No, it's just I'm just coming in. I wasn't really listening. I'm still at work, and I'm just feeling myself in this old world that's coming to be seen by everybody more than we thought.
Yes,
It's
yes.
freaking crazy. I mean, I don't know. I have my own emotions I'm dealing with right now about it, but it's nothing new, like I said before. But the action that we take to self-care is kind of a little bit more hyped, you know.
Yes.
And so we just have to think outside the box to
Absolutely.
really to figure out what's the next step, because
Absolutely.
whatever's been done
Yep.
and has not changed the overall view of
Nope.
this world. It's already
Nope.
been done.
It's already done.
Already been done. And
Nothing we
so
can do.
I think we can do what we can do to make a better decision for ourselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what's your schedule like this weekend?
Yeah, I'm around. Are you gonna be around? Are you gonna be on live?
No. I'm gonna reach out to you so we can get the particulars about your ad for the radio station together.
Oh yes. Okay, so my new book will be coming out, And I do appreciate you, willing to share the book, talk about the
Oh,
book with
absolutely.
your. I really do. It's called Jolin's Written Expressions. Now,
Okay.
book 1 and book 2 is on Amazon already, but book 3 has never been published. So this one book includes the book 1, book 2, and book 3, and that closes that
That
uh
that
what
trilogy
is that? Huh?
closes the trilogy, closes the
Yeah. And so
good.
I'm excited. So as soon as I get a solid book, I will send it to you,
Okay.
so you can have an idea on what's it about,
Okay.
and then we'll go from there. But yeah, I'll be around this
All
weekend.
right. I'll reach out and text you sometime Saturday after 11 o'clock, and then we'll make that happen.
Thank you. All right.
You're
Have a
welcome.
great night. I'm a sign off. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
I wanted to touch on that 4.
Yeah, brother.
You just brought up something so important with that 4. Some people will assume that we're surly. Every number has its language, how they talk
Mhm.
about love language. The 4's language is just structure and principles.
Yep.
That's not my fault. If usually people that are not structure and principles, they don't like to be around people that's all about structure and principles. So that's a 4's language, is structure, principles, being methodical, planting
Yep.
your flag in the sand. So,
Yep.
but for anybody with the 4 energy, you're not wrong if somebody gets upset because you too strict.
Yeah.
You're not wrong for
You're
that. You
not.
just need to deal with strict people.
Right.
And you'll be
Absolutely.
happier just giving time to structure. So the 4 might have friends and family, but the 4's best friend is make time for yourself and your structure. What's your next structure you putting together?
Absolutely.
And be methodical about that.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And another thing about the 4 don't have time for your long, drawn out fucking story, man. Just get to the damn point.
Mm-hmm.
Just get to the point, bro. Just save the story for the 3 and the 5. The 3 and the 5 will love to hear your damn story. They'll love it. The 4 is like, bro, really? Really? This is the same shit you told me last week. Yeah.
And then does it make mine worse? This just popped, just real brief.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan is a 22-4 with 4 letters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that make my shit a little intensified, right?
Pile 22-4 with 4 letters. So I'm really like, and I
You
got
got to
2
cut
7s,
right to it.
and I got 2 7s that lead off piles. So I really don't want to hear none of that bullshit at all.
That's right.
I don't want to hear none of it at all. Thank you for that, man. Number 5, these next 6 months will be a period requiring some major transformation, especially concerning your forward progress, your personal versatility, and your resourcefulness. This will be a period that requires some major transmutation concerning your restlessness, your sharp tongue, and your mood swings and your impatience. This will be a period that requires some major transcending, especially concerning your self-trust and self-critical behaviors, your willful discontentment, and your overall outlook for your current reality versus how you desire to live, work, and be. Now, number 5 is my point of security because I got 14 letters in my name. So 1 + 4 is 5. So the way the point of security works is anywhere I see or end up that has 14-5 energy, I feel safe, secure, and I'm at home. Even if it's an abusive situation, I have over intensification of 14-5 energy in my name. So I'm always, especially this next 6 months, I'm definitely going to dive into anything that's got to do with my forward progress, and I'm going to push it into a new direction. I'm already starting to do my own version of a military workout so that my personal versatility can get the way it's supposed to be. And I am always tapping into my resourcefulness, but I could take that to a new level as well. What me and the other 5s are going to need to transmute is that restlessness. I'm gonna get to the sharp tongue in a minute, the mood swings and the impatience. restlessness, mood swings, and impatience all come out of the same cup, if you know what I mean. And that just means that we have to learn how to sit the fuck down. Oops, damn, there's a sharp tongue. Ooh wee. Sharp tongue is not just profanity. Sharp tongue is really just cutting somebody up, or always got something smart to say, or some smart clapback, even when people ain't even talking to you, even when they're not even talking to you. Yeah, yeah. It's nothing wrong with telling the truth, and it's nothing wrong with clapping back on lies. Just survey the scene and make sure that your 10-cent mouth don't get your nickel ass kicked. Okay. Number 5. And then what we're going to be transcending, that self-trust, trusting ourselves, the being overcritical about the things that we do right now. My overcriticalness is dealing with dark chocolate and peanut butter. I like dark chocolate peanut butter cups. However, I'm not fucking with processed sugar, so I'm critical every time I eat one of those. I'm like, oh, brother, you're going against yourself, but damn, them dark chocolate peanut butter cups taste so good. And then my willful discontentment. Don't be discontent too much, but whenever discontentment hits me, it is willful. And again, the 5, you didn't come to collect shit either. You came to experience life. So your overall outlook and current reality changes anyway. 5, yeah, it's just natural for that to happen. Natural for that to happen. Ryan, you want to chime in on that 5?
That 5, what helped me when you first was introducing me to that type of energy, I had to realize that you can do multiple things, but you have to be a master of the one thing, which is time allocation. Therefore, it makes room for all the versatility.
Yes, it
That's
does.
the trick. A lot of people say, I used to argue with people, nah, man, the one thing got to be the one thing. But if the one thing is time allocation mastery, you can do the multiples. That's how you deal with that versatility and restlessness.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that, brother. We're gonna run through 6, 7, and 8 and the rest of these because I'm long. I'm going long, you guys. Unless y'all can hang out with me. If you can hang, then we'll go through each one of these just the way we've been doing them. Just thumb up or thumb down in the box and let me know. Number 6, these next 6 months will require some major transformation concerning your selfless service, your personal righteousness, and your humanitarianism. This will be a period that requires some major transmutation, especially concerning your stubbornness, your obstinance, and your dominance, and your complaining tendencies. This will be a period that requires some major transcending, especially concerning your own self-valuation, self-undermining behaviors, your willful slowness in making decisions, and that overall outlook of your life, work, and how to be. So, yeah, with a 6, it's always going to be about your selfless service. And because most 6s are selfless servants, y'all always deal with your own personal righteousness and your own personal humanitarianism anyway. So your selfless service and righteousness and humanitarianism is all one thing for you. That makes it easier for the 6 to be able to deal with that, because the 6 looks at the selfless service as righteousness and the humanitarian as selfless service. And yeah, so all of them did just go right together. So when you work on one, you're actually working on all 3 of them. When you transform one, you automatically transform all 3 of these. What you're going to be transmuting, really turning into something that you can turn your stubbornness into just willfulness. And the things that you abstain from and the things you want to dominate, just go with the flow. And complaining tendencies may be a bit harsh. Just, the burdens that you take on, they're yours. They're yours. Just be nice to yourself about them. You don't be complaining to the person or to the object or the thing. You're saying it out loud and hearing it for yourself. Just be nice to yourself. And 6 is learn to say no. No is your best friend. The word no for 6, that's your best friend. And then what you will be transcending, what you will be moving up in level will be your own self-valuation. You'll be getting past your self-undermining behaviors, and you will start to make decisions faster because you're speeding up your decision-making process. Doesn't make you get nervous. You shouldn't get nervous. You can be sure about what you're deciding quicker, especially when you deal with your self-valuation and when you eliminate your undermining behaviors. Any comments about the 6?
I want to say to any 6, look at yourself as a beacon of duty, to where everything you want to do with your life, you still could make that decision and do that, but be extremely shrewd and be okay with being shrewd about where you give your duty to. Because when you give of yourself, you give of yourself.
That's it.
So go deep into your intuition and make those decisions wisely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Number 7s. Mark is a 7, 16-7. These next 6 months will be a period that requires some major transformation, especially concerning your self-sustenance, your personal perfectionism, and your inner truths. This will be a period that requires some major transmutation, especially concerning your reservedness, your cynicism, and your hidden thoughts and your temper. And this will be a period that requires some major transcending, especially concerning your self-overanalyzing and self-repressing behaviors, your willful puffed up pride, and your overall outlook of your current reality versus how you desire to live, work, and be. Yeah, for the 7, it's always a thought of taking care of your own shit. You don't want no help from nobody else. And yeah, and so self-sustenance is always going to be first and foremost, especially during the Pluto direct phase for number 7. That personal perfectionism, I have learned how to be perfectly imperfect. However, it is a daily thing. It's a daily thing. I wish I could have filmed myself getting dressed this morning. I put on 3 different shirts, 2 different pairs of shoes, changed the socks twice, went back to the first shirt I put on, and then I noticed it didn't match the shirt, the socks, so I didn't have to put the socks on I had on the first time. That was all this morning. Oh man. And then dealing with your inner truths. Not so much the truths that you speak on and stand on, but those things that you believe on the inside. On the inside, always good to bubble them up and take a look at them and transform all of those. The transmutation, things I need to transmute is reservedness. Reservedness is just a nicer way of saying I don't fuck with a lot of people, and I won't be bothered with a lot of people, and I don't want to be around a lot of people. I got to come out of my isolation. I got to deal with my isolation. I got to be more of a man of the people than even I have grown uncomfortable with. And I got to stop looking at everything outside of myself as a cynic. I'm very cynical about anything that I'm not doing myself. Like I said, we in the beginning of the broadcast, we were talking about politics and all of that. I'm very cynical about anything that come out of any politician's mouth. I don't care. Red team, blue team, white team, green team, foreign politicians, whatever. I'm very cynical about what comes out of their mouth. So I need to transmute that cynicism into more giving folks the benefit of the doubt. I'm still going to do my research, and if they are lying, I'm going to clap back on it. However, I'm not going to take shit personal. And then my own hidden thoughts, things I don't share with people. Some of those can be kind of dark. Some of those can be kind of devious. Some of those really, really, can go over the line. I'm just being honest and vulnerable with everybody on this call. And yeah, I have a temper. What? Yeah, I have a temper, and I have to really, really, really be mindful of that. I had a situation that happened yesterday, where I went to go do some shopping there, repaving the street, so the sidewalk and everything was torn out, and there was a Asian lady, older lady. She was attempting to navigate this rocky terrain, and I went over and extended my arm out to her and say, "Ma'am, I'll help you, so that you can walk and it'll be comfortable." And she looked at me and got all flustered and looked at me like I had shit on me and said, "No, no, no." And right then, I had to quelch my temper because I wanted to say something to her about her being all funky. But you know what? Her karma came in less than a minute because she took another step and her ass fell in the dirt on some rocks. I didn't laugh. And then she looked up at me with eyes that say, "Will you help me?" And I said, "No, I'm going to cross the street." And I left her ass in the dirt. What? I offered help. She looked at me like I had shit on me, like the brown on my skin would rub off on her. So, hey, I always tell people, I wish you the karma you deserve. Yeah. And then the transcending what I'm going to be overcoming, I'm going to stop being so critical and to stop analyzing every little fucking thing I do. Every little thing I do. And then I'm going to stop holding myself back from things just because I don't know. I don't want to get in a push and pull, back and forth. Yeah, pushing and pulling and backing and forthing is part of living, man. I'm going to get back out there and live. And then this willful, puffed up pride. I don't know if anybody of y'all have ever even felt this from me or anything, but yeah, I need to really, 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 really put a check on that pride. Ryan, what's up with the 7?
I think 7, it's a blessing because the 7 walks the tightrope of living its own truth while discovering ascensions to new truth. So the easy, difficult thing to do is unattachment. If you double down, quadruple down on unattachment while still tapping into your spiritual intuition, then you can be unattached.
Excuse me.
And you can still live how you want to live. So, for example, you just operated on that when you were saying just now to yourself, "I need to get myself out there." You're being unattached to your reclusiveness.
Mm-hmm.
When you saying, "I need to let this go." So
Mm-hmm.
if you go far into unattachment while keeping your intuition and developing, then you can live on that tightrope of your own truth while still not offending people, but not
Right.
doing it just because it offends people.
Right.
You're just being mindful, but you're still being you.
Absolutely.
The 7 can go to the heights of unattachment where it could be a beautiful spiritual experience.
It's a beautiful thing, man. I'm the king of detachment, bro. And it is a beautiful thing. However, with being unattached comes isolation, man. And because I got so much 7 energy, I'm cool with it. However, I do need to come on out from amongst my, come out of this dungeon and come on out and get some air. Thank you for that, man. Number 8. 6 months of major transformation regarding your self-regulation, your personal power, and your judgment. This will also be a period that requires some major transmutation, especially concerning your dominance of others, your money difficulties, and your love of showing off and your bullying tendencies. And this will be a period that requires some major transcending, especially concerning your self-control and self-deceptive behaviors, your willful impatience with others, and then dealing with your overall outlook. Yeah, with the 8, because the 8 is so energetic and energizes itself, a lot of 8s that I know over-regulate themselves because they're not aware of where all of that expansive energy is coming from, and they have no idea what to do with it. That's why it's always good to, if you have strong 8 energy, seek out a number 7 or a number 1. A number 7 will make sense of all of them ideas you got in your head, and a number 1 will put that shit into motion. Yeah, it will. It will. Your personal power and your judgment. The 8 is the most powerful number as far as making shit happen, just like that. It's in your purview, number 8. So transform anything that looks like doubt and put that into your power, and then trust your judgment. You got natural executive ability. You can, most 8s I know, you get a job and you at the bottom, you can run the whole company in like a couple of days. Trust your judgment. What you need to transmute is, and I don't think a lot of 8s even really know that this is what is happening, but yeah, y'all be overpowering folk. Y'all energy just be like, and so you have to turn that dominance into self-belief, because the 8 is the one that with all of the ingenuity and shit, you guys have the most self-doubt. And 8s, yeah, you guys generate funds and generate incomes and all that, but y'all spend it as faster than you make it. And a lot of 8s have money difficulties, not the making of the money. That's not difficult at all for the 8. It is the proper maintenance with the money is what the 8 is. And then your love of showing off and the bullying tendencies. A lot of that showing off is you bullying. 8s, especially women with a lot of 8 energy, y'all are misjudged and misunderstood. It's not that you guys are masculine and want to boss the man around. It's just that y'all are boss ladies. And you guys have heads for business. You guys have heads for industry. You have heads for entrepreneurship. And it's really, 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 really tough for a woman, a king 8, a woman with kings or 8s in her name, to submit to any man. It's just tough. It's tough. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it really, 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 really is tough. And then the things that you guys need to transcend, self-control and self-deceptive behaviors. And that's, all of us need to contend with our own self-control, but more so for the 8s, because things always have come so easy for you that, I know a lot of 8s, male and female, that don't live by a fucking budget. They don't have a budget. They just spend and live and boop and bap and boop and bap, because whatever money they spend, they know they can go out tomorrow and make that shit right back. Double or triple it. They don't care. And then your willful impatience with others. See, 8s believe that everybody ought to be like them. And when you realize everybody ain't like you, you just be like, oh, brother. Well, you just move out the way. I'll do it myself. No. Just chill out. Hey, just chill out. Chill out. There are so many folks that want to be kind and nice and supportive to the 8 if you just would allow them to. Go ahead, Ryan. Back up the 8 for me.
Yeah, you hit that 8 right on the head. What happens with the 8s is the 8 has delusions of power. The 8 is like a king of hearts with money.
Yep.
A lot of times. So you hit the nail on the head. The 8 will think that, let's say, punching somebody in the chest is powerful. But meanwhile, if they concentrated all they focus into a big mission, a high side 8 is the noble one. The high side 8 could manage an insurance company of elderly people.
Yep.
So the 8 has the master concentration of power, and understand the value of what that could bring them at a bigger picture.
Yep.
Because most 8s, they just want a nice car, a gold chain, and blow it as fast as they can make it. The 8s are stuck on the mundane levels of power.
Yep.
When they could get to such a greater power of nobility if they go full 100% high side.
Full 100 high side, there'd be noble and aristocracies and all of that, man. I mean, and leaving lasting legacies that multiply. They don't diminish. You know, they will expand. Exactly, man. Thank you for that. Number 9, I'm born on the 9. The next 6 months requires some major transformation concerning your self-awareness, your personal love expression, and your charitable inclinations. What needs to be transmuted will be your inflated ego, your possessiveness, and your need for outside validation, and your unhealthy habits. And what needs to be transcended, self-appreciation and self-restraining behaviors, your willful carelessness in financial affairs, and your overall outlook will change. Transforming that self-awareness, becoming so humbly aware of yourself, however, so confident in your self-awareness that you step out there fully authentic. I'm coming full authentic, full Pythias beat Metatron. No political correct Pythias beat Metatron, no censored Pythias beat Metatron. No, I can't talk about this subject, Pythias beat Metatron. No, full on. And then your personal love expression, because 9 is the humanitarian number. 9 has this love of everybody. And it can kind of feel like that when you're in a relationship with somebody with a strong 9, that you just got some old regular old love. Like it's just like they care about you like they care about the mailman and shit. So that has to be transformed. And then the charitable inclinations of 9s, even the poor and destitute 9s, they will find somebody that they can give something to. So keep pushing that and keep expanding on your charitable inclinations. Transmute that inflated ego. 9s, because of the humanitarianism and the philanthropy, 9 can get like this, I'm helping, all them people over there. I'm kind of important because, those people over there are waiting on me to come with the help. And then once you have started helping all those people, then they become your people. These are my people, mine. So you got to move that possessiveness out from wanting to gather them in to allowing them to possess the essence of your soul, the essence of your work, the essence of what you came to do. And then the 9 is always looking for that outside validation because of the humanitarianism, because they're always giving, because they're always out, and of course, you feeding hungry folks. Everybody that you give a sandwich to is gonna be like, thank you for the sandwich, man. Thank you. Don't do shit for that. Do it because it's in your heart to do. And then those unhealthy habits. 9s are the kings and queens of overindulging, whatever it is, food, sex, liquor, drugs, whatever it is, TV, binge watch, whatever it is, transmute it. And then what you're going to ascend through, appreciate yourself instead of letting everybody come and telling you how much they appreciate everything that you do. Yeah. The 9 know you appreciate what they do. 9 needs to appreciate themselves and raise that up higher, and don't wait on and bank on anybody telling you that you're appreciated. And self-restraining behaviors, like I talked about, I'm not going to do this because I don't have this, or I'm not going to talk about this because it might offend these people. I'm not going to touch on that because, I wouldn't talk about abortion because I'm not a woman. And my thoughts always were, no matter what I think about abortion, because I'm not the one having the baby. I'm not the one that's in this incarnation. I'm never going to have to deal with having to make that choice. So what I think about it, one way or the other, doesn't even matter. Well, it does matter because yeah, I have an opinion about it. Uh, and then the willful carelessness and financial affairs. Y'all know what that is. The nine is the philanthropist and the humanitarian. So the nine will give and 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 then get home and check the bank account and be like, damn, really? I gave that much? Whew, whew. So just be more mindful with the money. And then as the humanitarian and as a philanthropist, your life always gets better anyway. Back up to 9, Ryan.
Yeah, right on point as always. With the 9, some things to definitely look out for is that 9, out of all the other numbers, they suffer from the past life syndrome very strong with the numbers. So if you got a 9 that's trying to be a humanitarian, a lot of the 9 children, you can spot them out. Those are children where they coming home, baby, where your toys at? Oh, I gave them to so-and-so. Okay, I'm gonna buy you some more. Oh, where your toys at? Oh, I gave them to so-and-so again. And then when the 9 takes so many losses, but they can't help but want to be the giver, they fall back into the 8 where everything is power control, me. I don't want to give nothing. It's mine.
Right.
So the 9 has to be real careful how it handles its losses. And it has to do the same thing the 6 does, because those are the 2 humanitarians.
Yep.
The 6 and the 9. You have to literally lock yourself in a dark room if you have to on every decision to give anything. You really do if you've been an abused 9.
Absolutely.
Because you're gonna be that humanitarian, that giver one way or another. People are gonna almost flock to you. Like you, for example. You could be standing on the street in a crowd full of people in front of the smoke shop, and the one person that need a lighter gonna walk up to you first. Say, can I have your lighter? Because that's what it is with the 9. So we got to balance out our giving and still maintaining personal power without going overboard and then turning that into selfishness. Because when you flip humanitarianism on his head, what is it? It's selfishness.
Selfishness. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank you for that. For both number 11 and 22, they're identical. 11 is identical to number 2. 22 is identical to number 4, with the only change in that is that both number 11 and both number 22 will have to dive headfirst into some sort of spiritual entrepreneurship in these next 6 months, or it's not going to work out for you. Yes, Victorious, go right ahead.
I just wanted to chime in on what he just said about the 9s because my full name adds up to a 9. And I kid you not, I can go places and people will just come up and ask me for the oddest things. Like one time I was in Smart and Final, this guy had a whole red velvet cake for a family. Got in line behind me and asked me would I purchase the cake. And I bought the cake. A guy came up to me another time and I was standing next to somebody. They were smoking a cigarette. I had a lighter in my hand. And the guy first walks up to me and asks me for a lighter. I give it to him. And then he asked the person standing next to me for a cigarette. But it happens to me often. I'm like, why do people know that they could just walk up to me and ask me for stuff and I will give it to them?
It's that vibrating 9.
Oh my God.
That vibrating
And I'm
9.
like, do I just look like a sucker?
No, actually, you look like a humanitarian. Yes, you look like somebody that is willing and ready. See, us with that 9 energy, we have a look. I've been told this by other folks, is you got to look like you want to give somebody something. That we just emanate that vibration off of us. If you have a strong 9 energy, it just comes off of you. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing.
And I want to add. I want to add to that. We have the giver and guided energy. That's what I call it.
Yes.
When that person was looking at you, he was saying she'd give it, and I bet you she got it. That's how they look at us. I got a 9 birth force.
Yes.
Mark got 9s. If that 9 is in a prominent position, like in yours is a first step, you look like they'll give it and they got it, because the 9 is an ending and beginning. So the 9. When the 9s have to give away something, spend something, or something just is an outlay, they have to go to the abundance level of thinking and say, well, it was there to give it, or it was there to lose it. So the
Absolutely.
9 is the give it, got it energy.
And the 9 is every other number wrapped up into it as well. So the 9 got the leadership of the 1, it's got the balance of the 2, it's got the creativity of the 3, it's got the stability of the 4, it's got the versatility of the 5, it's got the selfless service of the 6, it's got the technical ability of the 7, and it has the executive ability of the 8. So folks see all of that when they look at you, especially when you have some strong 9 energy. All right, we're going to jump to, I'm going to go through the cards real quick. Just like every Pluto retrograde is ruled by the master number 88, the direct is ruled by the master number 88. The cards is all spades. And it's the royal court. The outlook vibration is the queen of spades, self-mastery, and the nurturing along or manifestation of your mastered self goals, desires, and active pursuits. The Pluto, the change agent vibration is the jack of spades, which is the spiritual initiate, spiritual awakenings and ascensions, the ripoff artist, con man and thief, and spiritual creativity. Some form of that is going to be presented to you in these 6+ months. There will be a spiritual awakenings. There will be a few ascensions. There will be initiations. Also, be very mindful of your personal property. Do not fall prey to these scams online or through your phone. And your spiritual entrepreneurship and creativity will be at an ultra high. The abundance and expansion vibration, or the result, is the king of spades. It's mastery of your entire existence, mastery of your pursuits, mastery of your choices, and mastery of your outcomes. The spiritual environment vibration is the 10 of spades, overcoming every work, health, life, and lifestyle difficulties through a dedicated, determined, and disciplined commitment to increase and maintain the new production of your products, the performance of your services, the promoting of your brand and merch, and everything else that goes into being authentically you, successfully and unapologetically. And then the observer seat vibration is the ace of spades. Open and all other secrets will be revealed. Spiritual magic is being revived. Hidden truths are being announced. Liars are being exposed. And then life, death, the truth, and then the rebirth. Any comments, any questions? Ryan, you want to summarize all of that for these good folks real quick?
I think it goes back to being unattached while still living your truth, that balance. It goes back to our original conversation of looking out for yourself to adjust without feeling like you're getting caught up in everything around you. So you don't have to fear scams. But if you see something different or awkward or out of place going on, make sure you're making those adjustments.
Absolutely.
That's how you don't get wrapped up in it. Don't let no fear roll, but you still continue to adjust. Live your truth in your intuition while still making those spiritual climbs you have to make, and have a spiritual purpose for everything you do moving forward. Pick some things to be purposeful about and always remain committed to why you're doing it, not so much to the outside stimuli. Because if we just moved on outside stimulation, nobody would be spiritual. If we just moved on everything that's offered to us, everything that comes our way, we would just be ping pong balls.
Yeah. It really boils down to what is it that each of us really wants to do? What is it that each of us really knows we came to do? What is it that is preventing each of us from doing what we want to do and what we came to do? and then stop making that excuse and just push on forward. Thank you for that. All right, we're going to the planets and the signs. Pluto, the planet of transformation, death, and the rebirth, stationed direct in Aquarius on the 13th. Now, Pluto been dancing in and out and around Aquarius for a little bit, and then it came back in to settle into Aquarius in November. However, most seasoned astrologers agree that this movement, this direct placement on the 13th was like Pluto finally got to Aquarius. Like the others back and forth, and then it went back into Capricorn and came back, and then it retrograde and all that. Seemed like it was play time. But this one on the 13th, it is finally like Pluto is in Aquarius, and it's going to be here, dog. It ain't moving no more. It's not moving. It'll retrograde, but it ain't moving. So it feels like it's finally here. The major themes of this planetary movement are breakthroughs, and guess what? More breakthroughs. There will be many breakthroughs concerning technology and in the ways and means of how we each receive, process through, and express knowledge, data, and information. New platforms and new sources are and will continue to emerge as we progress forward in this Pluto and Aquarius 20-plus year transit. We're currently in year 2. We got 18 more to go. Buckle up. There will be many breakthroughs concerning every social system currently reigning, ruling, controlling, oppressing, or in any other way is slanted, tilted, or weighted in favor of any one person, group, or organization. These breakthroughs will ultimately bring each of those systems back to a center or balance point. Do not worry. This is being orchestrated by the cosmos, and nothing man does will stop this radical change. There will be many breakthroughs concerning community, the village, the collective, or whatever title you want to put on society as a whole. Groupthink mentality is slowly and stubbornly hanging on by a thread, and yet is in its last days of importance, relevance, and priority. There will be a natural draw inward, regardless of and because of what transpires in the streets of America, as well as in the streets of the world. Such a time as this is why I incarnated. Hidden truths will definitely surface, and open secrets will not stay open, exposed and revealed for all to see and know. Conspiracy theories, once ridiculed, dismissed, and doubted, may and will hold truth. Actions and reactions will definitely speak louder than words. Common sense, logic, and sound reasoning will make a successful comeback, triumphing over empty words. Governments, institutions, and every sector of human life and living will go through a deep, painful, and corrective restructuring. The meaning of money will be questioned and shift, causing economic uncertainty to come and go, to ebb and flow. Every person in any leadership role or position will face increased scrutiny and undergo heated calls for accountability. This is a most favorable time for investments into the emerging technology. Huge and fast returns are to be had. AI innovation and rapid developments in technology will reshape our daily lives. Online work will definitely grow, and protecting your personal data will become vital as new digital laws emerge. Being on the receiving end of any new contract will also be very, very beneficial. Make sure to read the entire contract before signing. This is a strong time for diving into your area of interest and research until you discover what you have been searching for. Any new projects launched during this transit will definitely have more opportunities to be successful than at any other time in our recent history. Collaborations usher in tremendous growth opportunities. There will be major falls from grace concerning those that are living on pedestals of fame, fortune, or flair. I'm talking major falls from grace. Think of anybody that you think is totally untouchable and off limits. Yep, he gonna fall from grace too.
It's happening now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody, just anybody who is living that life and is phony, yeah, they're gonna fall. They're gonna fall. Greed, toxicity, abuse, lying, and gaslighting will be exposed and dealt with in the now. No more tucking tail and running, and no more dirty family secrets will be kept. There will be many protests and some uprisings as we, the people, get tired of the constant lies and human suffering and start fighting for justice, equal access, and balance. Only lasting and real change will suffice. Humanitarian energy rises as care for others increases. Spiritual practices spread, and spiritual fakes, phonies, and frauds will be exposed and dealt with cosmically. Fashion and self-expression grows bold and ultra unique, and sexuality will expand with acceptance, freedom, and tolerance. Individuality will win over conformity and social rules. Any comments, any questions, any concerns before I get to the individual zodiac natives?
I'm looking forward to this transformation.
Absolutely.
I am so happy this is happening. It can't happen fast enough.
Can't happen fast enough or dramatic enough. I want more of the shit to happen quicker. Shit. Come on, man. Quit messing around. Yes, Victorious, go ahead.
No, I just keep saying, like, I keep telling people things are not going to end the way they think it is.
It's not. It really isn't.
I promise you it's not.
It really isn't. It really is not. All right.
I want to say real quick on that.
Go ahead.
Don't underestimate you being one of the new thought leaders. You, by anybody on this call, is that much of a shakeup right now.
That much.
It's that much of a shakeup. If you do anything in the public, don't not look at yourself as a leader of a new tribe or a new thought leader.
Or a new
the world
movement.
is taking on. Yeah, it's open for everybody, even everybody on this call. If that's what you do in the public.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank y'all for that. All right, we're going to the zodiac native soul vibrations. Sun sign, moon sign, rising or ascended sign. If you got 3 or more in the chart, or stellium, yeah, we'll leave it with that for today. Aries, got one for you. This is a time of renovation of your social life, involvement with the community and causes, and interest in friends and groups. Issues of control, influence, and power can emerge with social connections and associations. You will be discovering desires on social levels you never knew you had, my ascending Aries natives. During this cycle, your attitudes towards friends and group involvements will be transforming. You will see the very beginnings of a long-term phase that is powerful for networking and connecting. You will be in a strong position to advance your interests through your connections with others, and your experiences can and will be rewarding, educational, and empowering. During this cycle, it will be a good idea to guard against over-attachment and micromanaging your social life, or holding on too tightly to non-manifesting goals, desires, and active pursuits to the point that you are no longer enjoying yourself. Some of you may be dealing with betrayals that ultimately show you who your true friends are and are not. You will be discovering desires and urges you may not have never knew you had regarding friendship, connected to your community or groups, networking, causes, and your social life. Taurus natives, got one for you. This is a time of upheaval. I'm talking about from now till May 6th, when Pluto goes retrograde again. A time of upheaval and or renovation of your ambitions, career, reputation, and longer-term goals. You might connect with ambitions you previously never knew you had. Career, professional matters, and public life will begin to transform, requiring deep and lasting fundamental changes, my ascending Taurus natives. For best results, use this cycle as a challenge to improve in these life departments. Your ambition will be more intense, and you might deal with people who are jealous of you and who are finding fault in what you do. However, any trials and tests emerging during this cycle can and will push you onto the right path and challenge you to become stronger and more confident in your abilities. You will discover a deep inner need to grow and develop your business or career and uncover ambitions you never knew you had. Fears of underperforming or paranoia about your position or status can and will come to the front and center of your mind under this influence, and it will be time to find ways to get rid of them. Geminis, here we go. This is a time of upheaval and or renovation of your belief system, worldview, education, outlook, subjects of interest, or sense of adventure. Your outlook, attitudes, belief systems, and learning are all set to transform. It is possible for you to purge some beliefs or attitudes that no longer work for you during this long-term transit, my ascending Gemini natives. There can and will be fantastic exposure to a new perspective, a new lifestyle improvement, or a fresh cultural awakening. Publishing important work can and will figure strongly. You will be in excellent shape to boost your life experiences or studies. Studying new ideas or topics can and will be life-changing. You will be approaching your life or topics of interest and projects with more gusto and passion. You can and will be a mentor or help others in significant ways. Pouring your heart and soul into your efforts will come naturally throughout this cycle. Freeing yourself of limiting attitudes is a process that will unfold a little at a time, and it will be extremely empowering. Even so, you will need to work through tension and fear to get to this place. Fears tend to relate to the road ahead, long-term plans, skills, knowledge, and faith in your future. Your worldview is and will be changing deeply and impacting your life in profound ways. Cancer natives, I got one for you. You experience feelings, desires, and drives that you never knew you had during this cycle. Power plays, matters of control, habits, dependencies, debts, shared finances, and intimacy are all areas of some upheaval, and yet also renovation or renaissance. Pluto's transit of Aquarius pulls Pluto out of an opposition with your sign, which can release a lot of pressure, my ascending Cancer natives. During this long-term cycle, root changes to how you share or borrow money or in the support you receive are in store. While this will be a subtle influence in 2026, this will gain momentum as the power of this transit that will stick around for many years, and you will feel some inner stirrings. Attitudes toward dependencies on others, finances, and intimacy will begin to transform. It will be a time to make empowering changes and choices. This influence changes how you connect with others on intimate levels and your passion projects. Dealing with the darker or more hidden aspects of yourself can and will be transformative. Healing activities and abilities can and will figure strongly. You can and will benefit greatly from in-depth research, investigating, or digging. Or there can be an important epiphany about a relationship or your inner motivations. It will be a time to recognize your deeper desires and ambitions, although you can also come face to face with some of your fears, which can and will be revealing. Leos, my moon, here we go. Partnerships, one-on-one interactions, commitments, and relating are going through a renovation. You will be meeting Pluto energy through a significant other or discovering relationship needs you previously did not recognize. Attitudes towards partnerships, close personal relationships, compromise, and significant others begin to transform, my ascending Leo natives. Aim to arrive at a deeper understanding of your needs from your partnerships, whether romantic, platonic, financial, or therapeutic. These connections are complex and sometimes complicated during this cycle, and yet they also hold the potential for rich learning experiences. Power struggles are possible, and it will be best to look honestly at fears of failure, success, and betrayal that can and will emerge. Virgos, here we go. Your work, routines, day job, health, wellness, and habits will be going through renovations, largely due to the discovery of deeper needs and ambitions. It can and will be a time when you will be driven to work or accomplish in your daily life, my ascending Virgo natives. Your attitudes towards work, duties, services that you provide for others, daily routines, and health will be transforming. It will be a powerful period for ridding yourself of bad habits or ineffective methods. However, be careful not to replace one bad habit with another. You will need to watch for pressures to perform and obsessions with taking care of the minute details. Be very mindful of substance overindulgence and of burning the candle at both ends, which will be a real temptation. This cycle also will also be powerful for making long-lasting beneficial changes to your habits, work, and routines. It will be a time to discover your deeper ambition in these areas. All right. I can dig that. Libra natives, got one for you. A time for connecting with deeper ambitions and desires related to creative or romantic urges, leisure time, and recreation. Sharing and expressing yourself with others can be in focus, and you definitely will be doing things differently, my ascending Libra natives. Love affairs can and will bring intense personal transformations during this cycle. You can and will meet people who turn you inside out, and through experiences with them, you can and will learn more about your own power over your life. While experience is good, it builds character and shit. Aim to protect your light, your heart, and your body by employing some caution with new people. Indeed, there can and will be some periods of friction involved with this evolution and pressure to make things happen. Otherwise, it will be a fabulous cycle for digging deep and exploring your creativity, recreation, hobbies, and love. You will be connecting with what truly brings you joy, and superficial paths will fall away in the process. Scorpio natives, got one for you. Renovations in your personal or emotional life, in the home, or with family can and will be in focus. Excuse me. More attention to your personal world will be likely, although you should watch for an obsessive or controlling focus. Attitudes towards home and family will be transforming. There can and will be a retreat into yourself during this long-term cycle as you deeply explore your roots, childhood conditioning, and feelings of personal security, my ascending Scorpio natives. It will be a time to excavate, change, and renovate your life from the ground up or from the inside out. There can and will be times when urges, needs, and desires in other life departments conflict with the changes you will be engaged in on the inside and with home or family life. Deep, lasting changes and improvements can and will occur on your physical and emotional planes. Activities related to purging and emotional renewal can and will figure strongly. All right. These next three are definitely for me. Sagittarius natives. This one is for you. A strong, ambitious focus on your personal interests, connecting and communicating can figure strongly. How you connect and communicate and the topics you learn and explore can go through deep changes and renovations, my ascending Sagittarius natives. How you communicate, how you learn, and the routines of your daily life will be transforming. It will be an excellent long-term period for studies, writing, and communicating, although there will be a tendency towards intensity that can sometimes work against you if you're not careful. Watch for taking on too much. You could be focusing obsessively on a particular project, or you could have such a hard time pulling yourself away from overseeing your personal interests and connections that other areas of your life suffer. Otherwise, it can and will be a rewarding time for personal influence and persuasion. You will be learning to embrace your ambitions and recognize the need to change, reform, and renovate your projects. All right. Capricorn natives. This one is for you. Your approach to your money, income, personal belongings, natural talents, and self-worth will be going through deep changes and renovations. During this cycle, your attitudes towards finances, possessions, money, and personal values will transform. Life lessons might occur for you to get in better touch with your self-worth, principles, self-defense, and money attitudes, my ascending Capricorn natives. There can and will be changes in the sources and levels of your income. You will have to face control issues and possessiveness, and you will have to learn how to better manage this part of your life. There can and will also be great changes in your friendships or strong private elements to your associations. Aim to get in touch with your deeper desires and ambitions. All right. Aquarius natives, you know I got one for y'all too. It will be a time of deep changes to your personality, particularly as you project it to others, as well as deep changes to your image, your health, and your attitude towards new beginnings and enterprise. Your outer personality will be reshaping, and how you approach life and new challenges will be transforming. It will be a time to reinvent yourself, my ascending Aquarius natives. You will need to resist the urge to control the events of your life, how you come across to others, and your manner during this important cycle. You will be learning about your inner motivations, and sometimes this will be an uncomfortable process because you are getting in touch with the darker elements of your psyche at the same time. However, you will be ultimately learning that you cannot control the external events of your life or others and how they feel about you. However, you can and will learn self-control. You will be tapping into your inner power, and how you handle it will make all the difference in the quality of your experiences. Reshaping your personal image can and will also affect your professional goals and pursuits. Superficial attitudes or manners of self-expression will no longer do it for you. Aim to be true to yourself and your principles during this long-term cycle. All right. I can dig all of that. And now finally, Pisces. This one is for you. It will be a time of deep changes and renovations to your attitude to downtime, mental health, unpaid work, and endings or closure. For example, your attitudes towards spirituality and the past will be transforming, and you will be doing crucial long-term work concerning purging past attitudes and confronting inner demons, my ascending Pisces natives. You will confront deeply buried aspects of your psyche and learn unusual things about the hidden side of your nature. With this knowledge, you will also be learning how to control it. Matters you have buried, such as past events that you are ashamed of, will emerge and will require confronting and healing. You must face your ghosts honestly. And as you do, self-improvement efforts can and will be tremendous. You will be renovating on your mental and emotional levels, and you will be seeing the attitudes or situations in your life that may have driven self-destructive behavior or are at the root of feelings of powerlessness. It will be generally good. It will be a generally good time to clear away lingering problems. Figuratively speaking, you will be cleaning out your stank ass closet. There can and will also be deep changes in your educational path or belief systems in this long-term cycle. Always be authentically you, unapologetically. Your mastered self awaits you. Any comments, questions, concerns about any of the Zodiac native soul vibrations? Hey, you Taurus is on the line. How'd I do?
Very good. Everything is very accurate and happening already. I'm already experiencing the changes.
All right. All right.
And ironically, I just bought a moldavite crystal
Mm-hmm.
and what is it? I think the Pluto is conjuncting I think it's my North Node right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually embracing this change. At first, I wasn't ready for it, but the fact that I was courageous enough to buy the moldavite ring, I'm like, I'm ready for the changes.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I'm here for it.
You are, and these changes, not gonna get personal, but these changes are long overdue for you.
You know they are. I already know. That's why I bought that ring. I was like,
Yeah.
let me go ahead and just speed this up a little.
Yeah, it's long overdue for you. However, when you dip your toe in it, yeah, you're gonna just dive right on in and just be totally submersed by it. And I'm excited for those changes for you. I am. I am.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What about you, Miss Williams?
Yeah, I I feel like I live a totally different lifestyle than I ever lived before. I'm me,
Mhm.
more me than I've ever me before.
Hey,
And
hey.
it's just coming as it goes, one step at a time, you know, just taking it in stride. But yeah, I had to use my voice today,
All right.
and I'm proud of myself.
Good. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good, good, good. Clapping back on bullshit is fun, ain't it?
It's too fun actually for me because I love words.
I do too.
So
I'm a wordsmith, man. So when folks want to get in a debate with me, I'll be like, come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like I said, Pluto been dancing in and out of Aquarius for
mhm.
a while, but when it hit Monday, it really felt like Pluto was like, all right, I'm here for a while. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here.
yeah. You just felt all the loose ends, just like you could feel what has been gone. Like you could feel the space, like the room to create. Like you got all this land or this free space now that's just
Yep.
waiting for you to put your own program into it.
There
Whatever
you
you want
go.
to do, it's up
Whatever
to
you want,
you.
however you want to do it. You got a blank canvas. You got a clean slate. Here you go.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
you do with it is up to you.
And my sister, she's a 310 Pisces Sag Moon. She
Mhm.
texted me and was right when I started to feel like that, like room energy, like it's taking off now. She texted me and said, somebody said on TikTok, like it, she was like, did you feel that? Like it feel like a 10-year, somebody said a 10-year curse was lifted. Do you feel the shift? I'm like, yeah, I'm like, it feels totally different now. It doesn't even feel the same, like at all. The energy is so different, so clear, it's so high vibrational.
See, I wanna share this with some of y'all. Pluto been fucking with me since 2008, man. It was in Aquarius. I mean, in Capricorn. So it's been fucking with me. It fucked with my money, jobs, health, all kind of shit. So when it dipped its toe in the Aquarius, I got a little happy, but I was like, no, I'm gonna wait. No, I'm gonna wait. No, I'm gonna wait. When it come back around in November, I eased up a little bit and got a little bit more confidence. Shit, I'm feeling really, really empowered right now. And nobody gets a pass. No, you don't get a pass. No. I'm the one that I'm the king of the clapback of the lies. So if you're coming on Facebook telling lies, I'm gonna clap back on your ass. Yes, Victorious, go right ahead.
I just want to say, I remember when I did that reading for you in 2008. For that last corporate job, you were going to take, you actually took the job. And I was like, if you take it, I don't think you're going to be there long.
I wasn't either.
And I told you, I see you going in a completely different direction, and it was more spiritual.
Yep.
And look where you are today.
Yeah. So
I am so proud of you.
Thank you. Well, you started it. You started it. So thank you for all of that. But yeah, we have the opportunity right now to solidify ourselves, to position ourselves, to position our brands, to position our products, to position our services, and want to piggyback on something that Ryan mentioned. Each one of us on here right now is a new thought leader in this new paradigm that is emerging. Each one of us. Whatever it is that your thoughts are centered around, you're a new thought leader, and it's going to emerge. And your audience is just waiting on you. And the message for your audience is already inside of you. Don't have to create shit. You just gotta be willing to step out. And this is not on faith, because that faith is BS. Step out on what you know. Step out on what you know. All right, Mr. Dennis, you got any closing comments you'd like to give?
I want to empower everybody with incorporating deliberacy and being deliberate. I want you to know that you're that powerful to where you can be deliberate about something and then go make it happen, because we do this in micro spurts every day. When you got to go to the restroom, you manifest relief. And just be that aware. It sounds so simple and mundane, but I want you to know that that same power is in your bigger goals. How you unconsciously feel the need to go to the restroom, and then a few minutes later, you're sitting back at your desk and you saying, you know what? I got relief. You manifested that relief. You took the steps. Absolutely. So that same power, just like a pine tree, a humongous pine tree that is alive for years and years and years, is still a seed. But that big old pine tree was in it. So I want you to know that you can affect deliberate living from the smallest task to the biggest task.
Absolutely, you can. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Now, before we close, I would like to thank Deirdre for chiming in today. She's not going to chime in and talk. She's experiencing some back pain. So you want to say something? Go ahead.
I do. I've been listening thoroughly to everyone, and mine is different. And so I feel like I should say something.
Okay.
It's been like 3 weeks now. I feel like it's been 2 or 3 weeks. As soon as I started focusing and doing this stuff, remember I told you I was doing this and going to the pool, everything, and starting to get my things that I had not been addressing. soon as I started focusing and doing those things, all of a sudden I was basically stabbed in my back. And to where I couldn't move to do anything. Everybody else is like feeling all this wonderful stuff. I've been like really physically sick.
I got you. But there's a reason for that, because you jump started your Pluto in Aquarius transit weeks ago by not falling prey to what the doctor said or what the body was even attempting to say. And you started exercising and you started getting positive to where that issue in your back got confronted with your positivity, and only one of them could stay. So that's why the issue in your back is flared up. And we are all going to sit here with you. We're going to hold a 16 count thought, and we're sending you complete comfort energy, complete healing energy, expedited pain relief energy, and peace of mind energy as you navigate to and through your back issues.
Thank you.
Okay, so everybody, I want you to hold this thought for the chimes. It is so, and it is so. We believe that you are already on the road to a full recovery, and very soon, we're not going to put time limits and timetables on anything, but very soon you will chime in on one of these calls and you will report to us that you are not experiencing any back injury or pain at all, and you're pop locking and breakdancing now.
That's funny you said that. You know, in high school, when I was in high school, in the yearbook, I got the best female pop locker.
Oh, I know. I know. I know.
Yeah, but I appreciate that. Thank you. So
You're welcome.
I'm going to mute out.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Since there'll be nothing else, this has been On the Sevens with Pythers B. Metatron, where we come to awaken to our mastered self, ascend with our evolving soul, and expand our consciousness mind. We are thankful and grateful for each and every one of you for your support and encouragement. Please continue to keep On the Sevens with Pythers B. Metatron a part of your soul's journey as your mastered self awaits you. Let me leave you with this. As above, so below. As within, so without. As of the cosmos, so in your soul core level. It is so. It is so. Always be authentically you, unapologetically. Until we gather again, goodbye for now. I am Pythers B. Metatron on the Sevens, signing off. Zen Uru, Zen Uru, Zen Uru.